Section 45 of the Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, translated by Courtney Langdon. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Purgatorio, Canto 11. Purgatory, the first ring. Pride. The Lord's Prayer. The proud.
Our Father, thou that in the heavens dost dwell, not circumscribed, but for the greater love thou hast for what thou madest first on high,
let both thy name and worth be given praise by every creature, even as it is meet that to thy loving Spirit thanks be given.
And may thy kingdom's peace come down to us, since we cannot attain it of ourselves. For all our striving, save it also come.
As gladly of their wills thine angels make a sacrifice to thee, singing all hail, so likewise gladly may men do with theirs.
Give us this day our daily spirit food, without which, through this bitter wilderness, he backward goes, who onward toileth most.
And as we pardon every one the wrong we've suffered, of thy mercy do thou us forgive, regarding not what we deserve.
Our virtue, which is easily overcome, test thou not through our ancient enemy, but set us free from him, who tempted so.
This is last request, dear Lord. It is not indeed made for ourselves, who need not make it here, but is for their sake who behind us stayed.
Thus praying good speed for themselves and us, those shades beneath a burden went their way, not unlike that whereof one dreams at times, unequally tormented all of them, and weary o'er the first ring round and round, purging away the world's defiling mists. If good things there be always said for us, what can be said and done on their behalf down here, by those whose will is rooted well? Surely one ought to help them wash away the stains they brought with them, that they may issue, cleansed and unburdened, to the starry spheres.
Pray, so may pity and justice speedily unburden you, that ye may move your wings, and raise yourself according to your wish. Show us on which hand lies the shortest way to reach the stairs, and, be there more than one, teach us the pass that hath the gentlest slope, for, owing to the load of Adam's flesh, which clothes his spirit, he who with me comes is slow in climbing, though against his will.
As to the words which in reply they said to those which he, whom I was following, spoke, it was not evident from whom they came. But this was said:
Come with us on the right, along the bank, and ye shall find the pass, which may be climbed by one that's still alive. And were I not prevented by the stone, which tames my haughty neck, and forces me to keep my face bowed down, at this man here, who liveth still and telleth not his name, I'd look, to see if he's one I know, and stir his pity for this heavy load. Latin I was, and born to a great Tuscan. Guglielmo Aldobrandesco was my father. I know not if you ever knew his name. My forebears' ancient blood and noble deeds caused me to be so arrogant that I, unmindful of our common mother, Earth, held every man in scorn to such extent I died for it, as well know Siena's folk and every child in Campagnatico. I am Umberto, nor to me alone doth this work ill, for pride hath with itself drawn all my kin into calamity. And here, for this, must I needs bear this load among the dead, till God be satisfied, since I among the living bore it not.
Listening, I bowed my face, and one of them, not he who had been speaking, writhed around under the burden which was hampering him, and, having seen and recognized me, called, and kept his eyes with effort fixed on me, who, as I went along with them, was stooping. Then, "Oh," said I, "art thou not Oderisi, the glory of Agobio and the art which in Paris is called illuminating?"
Brother,
said he,
more smiling are the parchments which Franco Bolognese paints. The glory is now all his, and only partly mine. Because of that great longing to excel, whereon my heart was set, I certainly would not have been so courteous while I lived. Here is the forfeit paid for pride like this, nor should I be here yet, had it not been that, while I still could sin, I turned to God. O empty glory of our human powers! How short a time green lasts upon its top, unless uncultured ages overtake it. Once Cimabue thought that he would hold the field in painting, yet the cry is all for Giotto now, hence that one's fame is dark. Thus hath one Guido taken from the other the glory of our tongue, and he is born, perhaps, who from the nest will banish both. Worldly repute is but a breath of wind, which cometh now from here and now from there, and shifts its name because its quarter shifts. What greater fame shalt thou have, if when old thou quit thy flesh, than hadst thou died ere pap and chink were dropped, 1,000 years from now? For that, if to eternity compared, is shorter than the twinkling of an eye is to the sky's most slowly moving sphere. All Tuscany proclaimed the fame of him who walks so slowly on the road before me, yet hardly is a whisper of him left in Siena now, whose governor he was, what time the rage of Florence was destroyed, which then as haughty was, as abject now. Your worldly fame is like the hue of grass, which comes and goes, and he discolours it through whom it springs up tender from the ground.
And I, thy true speech heartening me with good humility, thou prick'st my swollen pride. But who is he of whom thou spokest just now?
That,
he replied,
is Provençan Salvani, and here he is, because presumptuously he brought all Siena under his control. Thus hath he gone, and without rest he goes, ere since he died, who yonder dares too much in satisfaction pays such coin as this.
And I then, if the spirit who delays before repenting till the verge of life abides below and cometh not up here, unless good prayers assist him, till as long a time be past as he had been alive, wherefore hath this man's coming been vouchsafed?
When in his greatest glory,
he replied,
all shame removed, he freely took his stand in Siena's Campo, and there, to free a friend suffering in Charles's prison, he brought himself to quake in every vein. I'll say no more, and know that what I say is darkly spoken. But so, ere long, will thine own neighbours act, that thou'lt be able to interpret it. This deed of his relieved him from those bounds.
End of Purgatorio, Canto 11.